The irony is I hate sarcasm. And yet sarcasm itself is a low form of irony. It's like, yes, I really do want that stethoscope up my ass. Or, why don't you just inject me with the plague, doctor? No, I don't want the plague. I was being ironic, you fucking cum-tard. No, I was being literal. You are a cum-tard. Your father's cum was obviously retarded. And the ovum took pity on it. And wrapped it in wonderful, loving folds of your morbidly obese mama, who never saw a dick she didn't want to stick in her lovely little mouth. Sorry, that was pretty bad. that was not good. All right. Okay. Sunday school begins now. I was just getting rid of the evil, children. Daddy was getting rid of the evil. Okay. All right. So here's the deal, everyone. Let's call this honest Sunday school for children. Hello. Look, the fact is that I believe, and all the big people around you believe, that if you don't do what we say, you're going to burn. You're going to burn bad, and it's never going to end. You ever had a sunburn that never went away? Licking your flames at the bottom of your little feet, and you can cry all you want, but nothing's ever going to end. And God's like, I gave you a chance, you little motherfucker. I warned you. All right? Now that's Sunday school. Lesson number 2. Sex education for 3 years old. Don't go near Catholic priests. In fact, don't go near anybody. In fact, why is a 3-year-old going anywhere? They go, where's she going? Oh, she goes for her constitutionals. She's advanced for her age. Don't worry. She's got a Luger in her, what do you call those things? Oh, I forget. I've never used one. Imagine a 3-year-old that can shoot a Luger with dead aim. It's like, fuck. The cops could use them, put them on street corners. Like, hey, look, fresh meat. You know, I can't imagine approaching a child with any kind of malicious intention. But that's not enough to preserve children from harm from me. Because malice or not, people still harm people, right? You take away malice, you don't take away most of the crime in the world, actually. You remove malice of forethought, and then you leave in mental illness and incredible hopes of changing the world and making the world a better place, and you don't remove any fucking crime. So, something to think about in the wee watches of the night. Hey ho, chicka chicka boom boom. Hey, hey, chicka chicka boom boom. Hey! Hey ho, hey ho, daylight come and me one go home. Hey, here's a day. A daylight come and me one go. Do you think any banana picker ever sang that song? And then the spider, the tarantula, that fucking thing crawling right up my fucking arm. Daylight come, I want unions now. These working conditions are arachnophobic. Spider's like, fuck, dude, I just wanted to say hi. Now you made a song about needing to kill me. I don't want bananas, I want your banana. I want to nestle between your scrotum and your ball sack and your prostate and have a family of 1 million children. I'm a family spider, essentially. Imagine if spiders were like the Secretary of State. Look, we had to reabsorb those 1 million children in Iraq. We had to reabsorb them. It's nature's way. We're going to put 1 million more little babies behind your ball sack this year, come spring. And you're going to love it, because you're our bitches. The web is closed. The arachnids are here. Right? Oh, what an evil web we weave when first we practice to weave a fucking evil web. for the average person, right? Oh, what an evil web we weave and carefully practice to deceive. But, like, first you practice to deceive. It all's fucked up. But the world is utter deception. How did that work? People actually fucking group together, before they group together to save the world with Jesus or to deliver food to the local children washed out by another tsunami to hit the Thai and Philippine coast, they got together to deceive all the motherfuckers of the world to the end of fucking time. Now that is fucking ambition. That's some fucking ambition there. So, and I don't like to tell people who are into the Christianity this, but it's all in the Bible, and people always say that, but we will change their standard of signs. We have said in our heart, we will subdue them. The metaphor being chopping down all of our trees. The standard of signs. Languages. A singer, an actor, and a people manager are all the same things. And a psycho. A psycho is a singer. Singer, an actor, a messenger, a messenger, right? They're people managers. They're basically professional liars. Right? Most of the singers on TV are royalty. Right? Right, they're royalty. They're singing you to sleep. With their competitions. Pre-won, pre-packaged. None of them are losing, all of them are winning. You know what I'm saying? Imagine a plot where everyone wins and no one loses. I love that. Sign me up, motherfucker. I'll sign that thing with my dick on the dotted line. I wish I could use my dick as a pen. Someone asked me to sign a check and I just whip it out and go, well, you're at the bank and you're getting a $2 million loan on like $2,000 worth of equity, and like doing a deal with the devil, and you whip your dick out and the ink disappears like 3 days later. The incredible fading ink. It's like, I love that. A pen whose ink disappears. Oh god. Somebody's fucking thought of that. Whoa. Oh sure. I'll sign that consent form. Oops, wrong pen. Here's the cookie. Oh, wrong cookie. Wrong pen, wrong cookie. The story of my youth. Then I lost my cookies. It's okay. The dog found them and ate them all. Whoa. Whoa. Fun with the English language. Alright. Let's not squander. I'm feeling better than I felt. Not perfect, but better than I felt in weeks. It's like I passed some sort of emotional turd out of my heart. And people are not helpful. My mom is helpful. That's why you call friends friends, because they're helpful to you. Random strangers who try to be your friends are not helpful. Right? White women are creepy. White women in the area are creepy. And it sucks. Like, I wish I was part of the culture. I wish I was more a part of whatever this thing is that, white women like so much about society and the way they talk. I had another one come up to me. I dealt with it, but it's like, she was just nattering on. All kinds of, it didn't matter if like any one of her thoughts was particularly discrete, useful, normal, or nominal. It all ran together in an extremely bothersome way. And at no point did she and another woman earlier that day admit the capacity to acknowledge that I had a voice of my own. Yeah. And in some sense, they're putting me on a pedestal. On the other sense, they're eliminating me. This is patriarchy at work. You see, you're told patriarchy is the abuse of women. And I'm not saying that it isn't, probably, whatever that adds up to be. But it's also putting men on pedestals so you want more from them. At the same time, you eliminate the possibility of allowing them to offer what they want. So patriarchy is acculturated and structural narcissism towards men. And include women if you want, because it's hard to talk about these theories and include every gender that deserves to be included. But if it's excluding you, it's not complete. But I want people to understand that these dynamics are complex. You don't study a molecule and say, okay, this fucking atom is going into this shell or this electron's going into this shell. I don't necessarily believe all that, but that's what the sign says. You know, and then blah, blah, blah. And you're like, stop. That electron is going into that shell. What about the other fucking shells? I was like, well, I haven't got to that part yet. Imagine being like the most belligerent fucking class, say, teacher. All right. 14.5 billion years ago, there was something that we call the Big Bang. It wasn't really a bang, and it wasn't really big. But that's what we call it, because we're all impotent older white males. Fuck you, want my money back. Well, the thing is, at university, you can get your money back. A lot of times, that's nice. That's the nice thing about it. If you don't like the teacher, you can leave. That's what I call a free education. It's being able to stay in classes you want to be in. You know? That's why I like people going to school. It sucks, like, if you have to go to school and you're working every summer to get your degree so you can pay off your loan. Like, I went to school on a student loan I had no intention of repaying, and just dallied around and enjoyed the fuck out of myself. Not because I fucked anyone, no. No, I mean, I was raped a couple times. I just wanted to really absorb life. My little college and university, a little ways away for a little while, was not much for, I suppose, what you would see as an ideal relationship under those circumstances, but I absorbed everything I needed to absorb. It was the first sort of place in my life, right, better than a church, where I was kind of left on my own around a beautiful place. It's not quite a job, it's not quite home, it's not quite a cult, it's not quite, but it's a little bit of all of those things, right? And I could sit or read or sit among the stacks or go for a walk or write poetry. I wrote strange but incredible essays on cultural anthropology, language, philology, and magic. I got into the school paper because I realized you had to fucking be in the fucking newspaper office if you wanted to get anything decent published, because it was all pretty much nepotistic. And the editor read it like 3 times and said, look, you know, I didn't get this till the 3rd time I read it, but when I did, it was fucking genius. And it's like, William Burroughs, eat your heart out. I was basically saying that Jesus Christ is a magical combination of time and language. Okay, well, you go with that. Enjoy. Right? Neither of which have to be sacrificial. And that is to support any human electrical and therefore social or psychological or biological dynamic that involves exchanges whose costs are simply not to be borne, which is not really a true sacrifice. Right? Next subject. We're going to the advanced students now. Witchcraft 1002. This is only for people who have circumcised and reattached their foreskin no less than 13 times. If you're able to give yourself 10 different vasectomies and reverse it, all while drinking humongous amounts of alcohol, you're my man. Of course I'm joking. Of course I'm joking. You only need to do 2 vasectomies. Beyond that, it's barbaric. Actually, I just got a ball peen hammer and a rusty nail and some alcohol. Goodbye, my little babies. Actually, I don't need a vasectomy. I've never had a girlfriend. My toilet bowl was my vasectomy. I fucked that toilet bowl more than any pussy in the entire world. I might as well just marry my toilet bowl. I love you. You've always accepted everything I've had to offer. Somewhere out in the sea, my children are swimming around. Hello, my babies. When I think of how much of my cum is in the ocean, it's probably in your drinking water by now. It's part of the hydrosphere. I hope you're getting a tiny bit of protein because of me. Of course, that arrangement could be reciprocal, and in deference to which, I'd just like to say, take this moment to say thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for stroking it like a monkey in a mango tree. Thank you for enjoying the thought of enjoying the woman, the babe, the whore, the trollop, the harlot, the hussy, the prostitute, the hooker, the hoe. I love all those words. And women are like, those are the worst words for us. We are clean and noble. We only open our legs for knights in utterly shining armor that Lucifer has approved with the Stagmeister 1000 tint measuring device. tip our nipples, and we'll start to care. I like how you give cocktail waitresses a tip. I wish they'd give you a tip. It's like, there are all kinds of tips about the human body, right? Hey, I'll give you a tip if you give me a tip. Tip of the day to you. Tip top, as it were. Tippity doo dah. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's basically a new advance in figures of speech. Euphemism for, I'm about to blow up your brother. Elevators are dangerous, and damn, this glass is hurting my feet. John McClane says hello. Okay. Oh, goodness. I'm just a walking machine today. I'm okay, I think I'm gonna be okay. I don't think I uploaded any videos from yesterday. I don't like to jam my station with, even though I make a lot of videos. I knew yesterday as the day was going, this wasn't gonna be an upload day. But the shock that's been coming out of my blood. Whoa. I've been nature has been cleaning places I didn't know I had places. Fuck me. It's and when you're out here and you have good days, right? Don't you like your good days? And you're like, what? And you're a healthy person. You're like, what the hell am I doing wrong? Why am I feeling? And then some wonderful guy with the top hat says, the purification process can actually make you feel worse before it makes you feel better. Over and over again. It's like, fuck you, you top not wearing scuttbag. You can't leave it out. That's okay. You're just expressing your deep and abiding inner poison right now. And I can accept a certain amount. But if you keep going on in this belligerent manner, I'm going to have to fuck you. And believe me, I've been wanting to fuck you. I'm going to mount you like a prize pony. What? People in the health industry are really quite passive-aggressive. But what is passive-aggressive? Before you're really passive-aggressive, meaning you're aggressive, one, for the wrong reasons, and two, you're not using your words, okay? And three, whatever words you're using are communicating everything you might want to shove into someone's blood and say, go fuck yourself and die, okay? That's passive aggression. And humans do it all the time. And usually, the only person who knows what's happening is the person who should know what's happening. And it's too much information, and that violence always is. And I hate you. I hate humans for that. I hate that poison that comes out of our mouths and into our blood and just circulates there for years. And if we ever had a law against it, people would watch their fucking words. Druids in particular would kill people who lie. Because the passage of a lie through people who merely choose to believe what they are told, though it be a lie, and tell other people, which is now not a lie, because you chose to believe it. And your body will sing as though it's the truth because you believe it. And people's bodies sing. That's why they call them singers, people managers, because they get your body to sing with a lie. They get you to really sing. I'll make you sing, right? Right? If you're my bitch, I'll make you sing. They make human beings into singers. And when you're going around lying and laundering the lies and saying human survival is predicated on a bunch of lies I've been told that make me look like I care about one fucking thing or the other when it has no real substance at all, and nor do I, and that keeps me safe from you and you from I, then we have a problem. So the Druids would kill people who lied and started that type of contagion. It's a contagion, right? Lying is more contagious than a disease. To go back to how the world is controlled through us. How would they get someone to believe bullshit? Well, it's called a school. It's a device used for getting human beings to launder the worst and biggest lies in the world and distribute them via various kinds of violence and or incredibly loving behavior to any number of other people within their sphere of influence, especially their own children. So, hey, good for you. Next, Witchcraft 33.6. How to play with yourself without using your hands. That would be great. I'd love to be able to sit at a bus stop and be like, oh yeah, when I was young and really horny sometimes, I could actually come without touching myself. And of course there's the old rub the penis on your mattress kind of thing. hump your mattress, you hump a pillow. I humped a big pillow in front of a TV once while someone was in the room. Ah, so good. Oh, so good. You never come like you do when you're 15 years old. Ah, don't worry, it'll dry. I was probably watching Three's Company. Oh, Chrissy. The days of your fine master. Actually, I didn't find Chrissy terribly attractive or anyone on that show, quite frankly. It's strange enough, like all the TV shows I watched, no one was really that attractive. None of them were, because they're all creepy actors, right? I'd go to my cousin's and my uncle's house, and we'd sleep on the floor in the basement, nice, real well-done basement. But they had all these posters of half-naked women. I was always looking forward to bedtime, and I chose my place right under, Samantha Fox. I'd be like, she's wearing this kind of leotard that emphasizes her vagina in every possible way. I'm not even sure if she was a girl. God, man. I'd be like, all right, it's time to get a little closer. That was lovely. Wow. It wasn't really appropriate, actually, for us to sleep there, when you think about it. Like any decent male or female in the house probably knew I was marking off. That's not really nice. But in my house, I had posters from movies whose names I can't even recall. And they make the movies seem really cool. And you look at the poster, and then the poster's just really cool to look at. I didn't really watch most of the movies, but the posters were neat, weren't they? I mean, they're meant to be eye-catching. Characters, colors, faces, explosions, titles, provocative phrases, looks, and poses. Right? Humans are constantly being persuaded by signals and or the perversion of the standard of science. And signals. A sign is a signal, right? That's why the word signal has the word sign in it. Whoa, dude, like, you're taking me to another level. I haven't even had any weed yet, and I'm thinking, dude, I feel like, dude. If you're ever around stoners and you don't know what to say and they're talking like, dude, seriously, whoa, that's heavy. That's chill. That's up. That's down. That is way cool. What you just said, like that thing that you said, like right there at that moment, like, boom, like this marijuana is putting us in touch with the ultimate frivolity and mirth of the cosmos. We should tape record ourselves. You ever gotten stoned or gotten high on caffeine or something? Been talking all night with someone like, God, we could solve all the world's problems. We should record this and share it with people. How come more people on YouTube don't share their crazy discussions in the middle of the night? And then you listen to it the next day, it's like, Barth. Like dudes are like killing other dudes and stuff and all that. Fuck. I know exactly how to stop it. When you look at the quantum phasor modulation of the Nexar pulsate states and quantum repercussions and reciprocal flywheels of the cathode concubines of... Oh, I'm losing it now. I'm losing it, Bart. It's too much. I can't hold it in my mind. Quick, give me another hit. That's like... That's funny. See, that's really funny. I think that's funny. That touches my funny bone. Which brings us back to how I play with myself without my hands. I touch my funny bone. But I'm not even hard. How do I make it hard? I gotta think about mounting someone. Let's see. Typical erotic story. You're walking in the woods. There is a beautiful, just barely legal girl standing there, and for some reason she takes off her underwear, bends over, and prompts you with come hither looks to mount her and fertilize her beautiful young pussy. Actually, this guy gave me this story to read once. Some weird dude another one was like, you're on the train and it's busy. And a woman with a beautiful ass bumps up against your crotch. The lights go out. You're in a tunnel. She pulls down her panties. And you understand by the writhing excitement in your pulsating cock that this is the moment. This is what people say. This is what Napoleon meant, that a war, however protracted and bloody, will come down to one particular decision. This is that moment. And then you're just about to get it in, and you come out of the tunnel, and you're like, and you're like, oh, sorry, excuse me, man. I thought this was Bangkok in '69. Yeah, erotica. It's all about getting you to mount someone, right? And I think about that now, and I think, like, the excitement of sex. I hate to be a miserable jury puss, but all the things related to excitement and sex are useless to human beings. To be in an excited state is useless. And yet you could be in high school and go through various excited states throughout the day. It's not good for you. It's not good for you to get horny. It's not good for you to live around in a fucking hot box of human estrogen and testosterone in all of its nascent and superlative forms and discrete excretions in the air from the pubises, the looks, the low-cut blouses, your forearms, your hands. They see you scribbling the answer to a quadratic equation and they can't help but picture your luscious manly fingers rubbing their left nipple. Oh, if he only knew, if he only knew. My brassiere would just burst forth and he would cup my tender young loins in his palms. And we would be and do as lovers do. And other things would happen too that make me very excited. And he would love me and know me. And we would have babies. And he would get a job and work really hard. And I would stay home with them and learn to resent him so much that when we got older, he eventually died 20 years early and had to leave me everything. The children, having their own lives, would allow me to take wonderful gay and lesbian cruises around the world, posting pictures on Facebook about me and Lucy doing the scissor kick. So, it's like honest advertising, you know what I mean? Like, so the idea that like mounting someone is going to lead to as much happiness, excitement never led to happiness. Excitement for the human mind is not a state of rational decision making. If you want to go to a bar in order to find the next father of your children, you don't want to go there. You want to go to like someplace. That's why churches are probably better to talk. Like, all right, well, that was a rousing talk about Jesus and how he came to the earth so that he would help that kingdom come. It really turned a page for me in my study of the scriptures. Do you want to come on my face? Okay, so, you know, it's like, it was just so weird. Maybe it's just me. Is some of this illegal? Someone took my stick. La di da di da. Oh man, the temperature has doubled and trebled in the last 48 hours. It's amazing. Fuck. Winter is over, man. Woo! Oh man. I was out here in the thick, in the coldest, in the wind, in the wet snow and everything. Man, that was fucking cold. Then I get home in 2 baths, the temperature of your water heater. Now I'm going to turn on the feminist settings, okay? Just wait a second. I got to manipulate a few things and tweak my nipples. All right. I'm so sorry for being so machismo, cavalier, and arrogant. It's just that nobody, especially women, ever allows me to speak because I don't deserve to have a voice and a power of self-determination, where there is yet still such a deficit in women's ability to screech in horror at the fact that we want to use our penises for something else other than to go to work and sacrifice our entire joint, meal, and mutton to their fucked up compulsions for human flesh. Thank you. What do you mean? Hey. Hey. Haley. Haley. Hey, Haley. Hi. Nice to see you. What beautiful dog.
She's a good girl.
Yeah, you good girl.
It's nice along the front inside, along the,
Yeah.
out on that road.
Yeah. Awesome much. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go off on the.
That's what I think. I went down.